Are you serious? Are you serious? Thank you guys for watching and being a member of this Patreon channel. Thank you also for those who support the new Apocalypse Watch app. So important that you're a part of this. All of you. We've got some strange news, but it looks like Steve Quayle is right. Ebola must be, apparently, Ebola is going to be the next big scare, big epidemic or scare here in the United States, and maybe the whole world for that matter. 23 people in Washington state are being, quote, monitored for Ebola. What does that mean? What does monitored mean? Well, public health officials in Washington state are monitoring 23 people for Ebola who recently traveled, thank you, darling, from the West African countries of Ghana and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Excellent coffee, publiclyprophecy.com. You can get that at publiclyprophecy.com. Now, get this. The Department of Health said back on Thursday of this week, nobody heard about this, in a news release, that officials believe the individuals are at low risk, but regions in each of these countries are currently experiencing outbreaks in Ebola virus diseases. So the local public health officials in Washington state have been contacted with the 23 people who are considered persons under monitoring. What does that mean? For 21 days, since they've arrived in the United States, they will be monitored for 21 days. Now, I don't know, I mean, are they quarantined? Apparently not. But this is some kind of tracing, right? Contact tracing. Is it isolation in their homes? And what this means is, folks, all 23 people, anyone they come in contact with will now go on the list to be monitored. And so here we go. Local public officials in Washington have been in contact with the 23 people who are considered persons under monitoring for 21 days after arriving in the United States. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has issued an order requiring airlines to collect and provide CDC with contact information for passengers who were in Guinea or the Democratic Republic of Congo within 21 days of arriving in the United States. So the CDC is saying, you got to tell us, they're requiring the airlines to collect the data and get it to them so that anybody that goes to those two countries will be monitored in the United States for 21 days. But if you go to the CDC website, there is nothing there at all. And there's no protocol, there's no procedures, there's nothing there on it. Now, once those travelers arrive, public health officials are notified, conduct health monitoring and other public health follow-ups. The risk of getting Ebola in the United States is very low, they say. And according to the Department of Health, it is a rare but deadly disease in people and non-human primates, mostly monkeys, that can be transmitted through direct contact with an infected animal or person. So we got 23 people being monitored, and anyone else that they come in contact with will then also get monitored. But guess what? But wait, there's more, because 44 residents of Ohio are being monitored for possible Ebola exposure. Possible. According to Governor Mike DeWine, included the development in his veto of a bill that was going to limit his emergency powers during a health crisis. So he didn't want that bill to be passed and limit his powers as governor of Ohio. So he vetoed the bill and said the reason is we got Ebola. We got 44 people in Ohio that we're monitoring that could have Ebola, although none of them have it. And so dozens of Ohio residents are being monitored this week for this possible exposure to Ebola virus in Africa. And Governor Mike DeWine made the development public. He made it public. And he's during the vetoing of the Senate Bill 22. Today, he said in Ohio, health officials are actively monitoring 44 people who have returned from the areas of Africa where the active outbreak of Ebola is. Viruses that cause Ebola are located mainly in those portions of Africa, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. And the governor said it is believed that the monitoring of these Ohioans are of low risk of contracting Ebola, but said the implementation would hamper the health system if Senate Bill 22 got passed. That's why he vetoed it. So he's playing politics with the ability to monitor citizens in the state of Ohio. But wait, there's more. So you got 23 in Washington State. You got 44 in Ohio. And now there's a headline, Ebola outbreak possible. And here we go again. 23 travelers in Washington State, 44 in Ohio, and we got 4 in Oregon that are also being monitored. So that's got to be contact tracing. How else do you monitor? I mean, you either got to quarantine people, isolate people in their homes, or you do some type of monitoring of everywhere they go and everyone they come in contact with. And then those people go on a list and they get monitored everywhere they go and everyone they come in contact with. But here's the key, guys. There is no Ebola in this country. Yet Steve Quayle said that the next pandemic here in the United States, which will require some serious draconian action, is going to be Ebola. And they're going to take it a step further. They're also saying that Ebola can be transmitted through sexual relationships. But get this, guys, hang on. That's not from people who have Ebola. Yes, if you have Ebola, you can transmit Ebola virus to someone else through sex. That's for sure, okay? But they're saying, here's the bombshell. The news comes just days after scientists have just said that the world's latest Ebola virus outbreak may have been caused by a person who was infected 7 years ago. But they don't have it now. The top World Health Organization boss, Mike Ryan, said that the scary new findings suggested that the infection could remain for years, even after you're cured of it. And for years, then, you still could pass on the Ebola virus through sex to other people. So if that's the case, and we still don't, I mean, they're saying could be, then what the CDC will do, they will begin to monitor. I'm not saying right now, but folks, just mark it down. They will begin to monitor people that's ever had Ebola, and everyone that they have sexual relationships with, and then everyone they've had partners with, and everyone after that will all become persons of monitoring, persons of interest, and people should be made aware that this person, it's scarlet letter almost. It's like, you got, what are they going to do? You're going to be required to wear a certain wristband that says, you once had Ebola, but now you're cured. You say that so that, enter at your own risk or whatever, have sex with me at your own risk. Is that what they're saying? You say, Paul, you're taking it too far. Really? You think I'm taking it too far? You do know that if you don't get the virus vaccination, what they want to do is they require you to get the vaccination, or you can't travel, or you can't go here or go there, or you can't work jobs, or you can't go buy groceries at the store. You can't, a lot of things. And if you have had the virus, then they would like for you to have an identification that you've now been cured with natural antibodies. Well, once you have to let people know that you've had it but cured, then what's to prevent them from saying, you get a yellow tag for that, but if you've had Ebola and cured, you get a red tag for that. If you've had, if you come in contact with somebody with tuberculosis, you get a green tag for that. If you got AIDS, oh wait, we're not going to put any tag on that because that's a HIPAA violation. So we're not going to tell anybody that you may actually have AIDS. But of all these other viruses, we want to make it known to the rest of humanity, the simple virus flu of COVID, you're going to have to wear a scarlet letter. And so this is the thing that's got people very nervous. Now, what I'm saying is all possible speculation of where they're going with this. It's not been there's no, I'm just telling you, this is what they're doing. They're monitoring people. But where do they go from here? It's not conspiracy theory. It's just a question. Where do you go from here if this, once you let the genie out of the bottle? And everything that I'm talking about here is, again, possibilities of things where they're going. And of course, this is for entertainment value only, in case someone doesn't know that. It's for entertainment value only for adults. So this is where we're at. Bible tells us this is coming, and it's moving quickly. So be sure you have Jesus in your heart. Be sure you're trusting in the power and then proclaiming the blood of Christ in your life. Be sure you read Psalms 91 and understand how God wants to protect you, and these are your benefits, and walk in the blessing of God. And thank you for being a member of Patreon. There's more like this to come. Stay with me on this channel where I can speak freely. Also at my app. I can say a lot over there too. God bless.